Welcome back to the Greener Lawn. Today we are going to be unboxing and installing my Rachio 3. As you can see, I have the Rachio 2 up here, but I'm going to be replacing it with this Rachio 3 that I've had for a year and a half. This is me going out and buying this because this one was doing something funky. It would skip waterings. I'd set it up and I would let it water, and it would skip or not run a watering station altogether. And I was getting whole dry patches and I was so confused. When I'd run little run it nows, all of a sudden it would run 2 zones, skip a zone, and then run other ones. But it was never the same one.
My Rachio controller is not working the way it should. It is causing me fits. It is working intermittently and it is causing dry spots in my lawn. Those dry spots could be fixed if the watering was working when it was supposed to. It's not watering as long as it should, or even running the zone at all when it's supposed to be running.
So I did try to reach out to Rachio during the beginning of the pandemic. They really weren't very quick with their responses. They were super slow. They never fixed the problem. Hopefully you guys have had a better experience with them. Hopefully that was an isolated incident. I was hoping that it was a software issue with this one. And when they couldn't diagnose it or give me any kind of actual answers, I just purchased another one. So I'm giving them a second chance. Hopefully it was just a pandemic thing and they come through really well. Because so far in the 2.5 years that I've had this unit right here, it has performed extremely well up until this issue. I've really enjoyed it. They're expensive. They're like $250, $300. I don't know. There's some kind of dollar amount. They should offer a quality customer service for that type of a price, for this type of a product. So to put these in and to take these out is super easy. To put them in, you simply just slide it in until the little tab locks in and then they lock. To slide them out, you just push on the tab and you just pull. If you have the old little Gen 2s, all you use is a screwdriver and push it all the way in and it releases the wire. So on this one, it makes it a lot easier because you can just use your finger. So on the Gen 2, you have to use like a little screwdriver. So simple, like I said, all you do is you just take it, slide it into the slot with the corresponding number. This is zone 6. This is zone 7. This is zone 8. And there I have zone 9 in. As you can see, it's not very difficult at all. They slide in super duper easy. This is my common ground over here. So there's one ground for all of them. And then these are the power switches correlating with each one of them. Easy to take a little photo and then see where they all line up. It's not a huge deal if you get these out of order, if you didn't take a picture and your zones are all wacky, because technically you name each zone, and when you go in to use your app, you just pick the name that you chose and put them all together the way that you want to be. So it really doesn't matter what order they are here because you're using it in an app and they're named, and so it can go in any order. So don't panic about this if you forgot to take a picture or anything. Not a big deal at all. Super simple. Like you're way overthinking it if you think switching out your controller is very difficult. The hardest part was just drilling the new holes. That was all it was. Sprinkler controllers are not difficult to install or take down. Remember, with your common wires, you might have more than one, but you get 4 different ports for your common wires, each one of the valve boxes from around your property. And so if you have several commons coming in, you just run them in all these white C markings. It's common, you're good to put them in any of them. It's not gonna affect a thing. If you're like me, where my 2 boxes, they brought the commons together and then brought 1 common to me. That's how I only have 1 common for 9. I have 2 valve boxes. But sometimes it's not ran like that. It's not a big deal. Just bring all your commons to these points. And you can actually tie them together, run a splitter wire up to it, and put it in. Because that's all they've done on this, is you can't see it, but they were tied together in the box closest to where they come into the house. And then they just brought in one common line. Next step, create an account. Connect it to the Wi-Fi. So let's plug this bad boy in. Now you just complete the setup on the app. And that's the setup complete. Throw your cover plate on this bad boy that it sits on. Super easy. Okay, feels tight. All good and well. Overall, switching your controllers is not a very difficult thing. I hopefully have a better experience long-term with this Rachio. Like I said, hopefully this last one that I have, it just had some kind of glitch, it had some kind of problem. This has been a pretty decent controller for me. I love it because I can control it from anywhere. I can kick it on, I can work on my sprinklers, I can do adjustments and stuff on the fly out at the head and never have to walk back and do anything here. If I want to turn it on from here, I still can. I still have the operations right here. You can see I can play, pause, I can go forward, I can skip back, and I can stop my zones from this point. As you see, I can go like right here. I can click it, there's zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and back to 1. And then all I'd have to do is hit play right here and then stop it right there. You can manually run things from here. You don't have to always do it from your wireless device. But the nice thing is that you can also be out, you can be gone, you can be on vacation, and you can still control your controller. You can pay attention to things and make changes on the fly. You can be out working on your sprinklers, and this Rachio does make it super easy. It's because it's wirelessly controlled with Wi-Fi, so this is connected to my Wi-Fi connection within my home, and makes it super easy. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the Rachio wireless controllers, please feel free to reach out to me at jeremy@thegreenerlawn@gmail.com. I can go ahead and assist you with that. There's a lot of things that I know how to work on these things. I've had it, like I said, for 2.5 years. I've played with it. I can tell you how I set my zones up. I can help you kind of work through your zones to figure out how you need to set them up. Because the reason why you see me setting mine to specific times and I don't use their flexible schedule is because I have cup tested and seen what my yard needs to get 1 inch of water down. So I specifically tailor it straight to that. You see that I add time to some and take away time from other zones just because I know what my zones are getting and how much it takes to get the 1 inch of water a week. So this week's question, do you have a wireless controller? Have you ever used a wireless controller? If you have, leave it down in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion of different various wireless controllers. Like I said, this is the only one that I've had, well, second one I've had, and it's done an extremely good job. It's been very beneficial. I didn't like that I had a few issues with it, but it was after 2.5 years. I still think that what it was a software glitch. Truth be told, in the past year, since I've started it this year, I haven't seen it, but I don't know why I wouldn't use this since I've had it for so long, 1.5 years. The other one I think is gonna be fine. I am actually just gonna let my grandmother have it so that I can control her sprinklers wirelessly for her and be able to assist her on the fly and have mine. So that one's not going to waste. That one will be used again. I do have faith in it as it's worked pretty well this season, but I had this one sitting on the shelf, so why not just use it? This is a Rachio sprinkler controller unit, Rachio 3. I'm Jeremy of The Greener Lawn. Make her green.